Your consciousnness extends up to the functional boundaries of your mind and body. When you observe a faraway mountain, your consciousness does not extend all the way to the mountain. It mirrors the image of the mountain while remaining within the confines of its boundaries. Your senses do not move. They register what they perceive, remaining stationary. Even when your body moves from one place to another, your consciousness is not displaced from it by its movements. For all conceptual and cognitive purposes, you accept your mind and body as the basis of your identity and personality, and the field of your experience and existence. And you are their true owner. You believe that your body and all the thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions, and mental objects of your mind are yours, and you own them, use them, and to some extent control them. For you, what happens in them happens to you. You feel that you exist and you are alive and conscious because they are active. If your body is sick, you experience sickness. If your mind is disturbed, or if you feel anger, fear, or envy, you believe that you are responsible for it and you are the cause. Now the aggregates of your mind and body belong to your ego field. It is where you experience life and consciousness, and the notion that you are limited to them. It represents your past and your present, and your name and form to which you dearly cling. You are conditioned to accept it as your personality, identity, or your natural self. That identity helps you deal with the world, relate to the world and to others, and see yourself as different and separate from them. You are conditioned to accept it and live as if you are the sum of your mind and body, and there is nothing more to you. From a worldly perspective, it is the most common behavior and sensible too. If you think otherwise, you will have problems with others. However, what if you extend that identity beyond your mind and body to everything in your perceptual field? What if you accept the world and the universe itself as your extended self or extended personality or beingness? What if you give up your limited identity and embrace the universe as a part of your identity and consciousness? No doubt, by just thinking that or imagining that, the universe does not become a part of you. However, in spiritual practices, imagination and visualization are the first steps to self-transformation. Even if you cannot overcome the duality and separation, if you persist, you will develop a whole new way of looking at things and at your limited thinking and personality. As the Shiva Sutras declared, by contemplation only, the experience of oneness arises. Vitarka Atmagnanam. The idea that you are the universe, not the mind and body or the ego complex, is what we consider oneness or non-dualism or Advaita. It is what we mean by Kaivalya or aloneness. A Kevalin sees himself only amidst the dualities of life. He sees the world or the universe or the entire objective reality as an extension or a projection of his own consciousness. It is where you see Nartaka Atma, the self acting as the master of the dance, and the world dancing according to his will. You see the whole world as your state, Rango Antaratma. It is what we understand as a dissolution, laya, or liberation, moksha. In the state of oneness, which Shaivites call Shivavastha, you dissolve your limited identity or your ego or your atomism, anavatvam. You liberate that limited identity from the hold of your desires and attachments and your ownership so that it disappears into nothingness, shunyata. Your senses cease to wander around in search of fulfillment. They become the audience, prekshaka, to the dance of the world. You will realize that what has spread out, visarga, is not external, abahi, but internally located. In Tantra and other meditative and yogic practices, spiritual aspirants enter this state. They see everything filled with the same essence, Shivamayam, as theirs. Briefly stating, this is the central idea of attaining liberation through oneness. For them, it is the natural state, Sahaja Vidya. You may also call it sameness, Samatvam, because oneness is sameness only. Thanks.